What is up YouTube, it is your boy Nite here today, back with a brand new video, and today we are doing the 2019 MLB predictions for the upcoming MLB season. Now guys, I haven't really done predictions in a while. I think the last predictions I did was the NBA, but I'm not too sure about that. But anyways guys, the MLB season is right around the corner. So anyways guys, let's hop right into it. I'm going to go through all the divisions and who I think will be first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And for some teams, I'll give a probably brief explanation. Some teams I won't. I might just say, I'm not trying to make this a long video, you know, just because it does get boring watching this video. So I just want to get my predictions out there and we'll go from there. So anyways guys, we'll start with the AL East. I have the Yankees as the #1 seed. And I didn't put any records, by the way, because with 162 games, it's really hard to do the records. If you can get probably one record, I think you deserve like $1 million because it's like super hard. But anyways guys, so the Yankees, that is the first team. Just because, you know, they have Giancarlo and Aaron Judge, those bombers, those guys hit like 50 home runs a year. I'm pretty sure they had a good year last year, honestly. They just lost to the, I think they were, maybe they made the playoffs, I'm not too sure. I think they made the playoffs, but they lost. But yeah, Yankees #1 seed. #2, the Red Sox. I know it's probably surprising a lot of people that I put the Red Sox as #2. I feel like they're actually going to not have the greatest year. They're going to start out really rough, but they're going to gradually get back and, you know, kind of get to that spot where they used to be, but not too much because they started out the year rough. Their pitching won't be great. Hitters will be pretty good. I mean, you got like Mookie, JD, all those guys. But I'm not too sure about the Red Sox. That's why I put them at #2. And then #3, I got the Rays. They've never really been a good team. 4, the Blue Jays. I'm not too sure. I don't even know if, I don't think Joey Bautista's on the Blue Jays anymore. But off the top of my head, I think I can maybe one Blue Jays player, Justin Smoke, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is not even up there yet. So Justin Smoke really is, I can only name Marco Estrada, I think maybe too. There's really nobody on the Blue Jays in my opinion that's good enough. So that's why I put them at the 4th. And then the Orioles for the 5th. Guys, the Orioles are just awful. They had like one of the worst records last year, I'm pretty sure. And they're not going to get any better. Now let's move on to the AL Central. First, I got the Indians. Just because, you know, the Indians, they've always had like a good team. You know, I don't know if it's just the Central is so bad, but the Indians, you know, they have Bauer, they have Carrasco, they have Lindor, they got Encarnacion. Oh no, Encarnacion's not on their team anymore, I don't think. But they still got a lot of good players, and with how bad the AL Central is, I think they will easily win the AL Central. And I got the Twins, my favorite team, at the 2nd spot. Twins are going to have a decent year. Probably if they're in another division, they'd probably be 3rd or 4th. But since they're in the Central, I mean, they got some new players like Nelson Cruz, and that's going to help them out. And then we got the White Sox #3. They're actually going to have a better year than last year, but they're still going to be pretty bad. I could see the White Sox, and then the Tigers, my 4th team, and the Royals, the 5th team. I could see them all being good in probably 3-4 years when they get all their young players up. But other than that, I don't think they're going to do any good. So let's move on to the AL West. I got the Astros #1. They've always seemed to have, you know, like now that they got all these, you know, good players, they have, what's his face, Altuve, they have Springer, they have so many good players on their team that they're going to hands down win the AL West. And then I got the Angels, the 2nd seed, Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout. They're going to have bounce back years. Shohei Ohtani is actually going to get to play the whole year pitching. He's going to have a great pitching year. Mike Trout's always just a stud athlete. And those guys are going to help them win a lot of games this year. Then I got the Mariners as the 3 seed. Mariners, I don't really know much about them, honestly. All I know is that Nelson Cruz is no longer on their team. So they have Felix Hernandez. I don't think he's really that good anymore. He's kind of getting old. And then they got the A's, the 4 seed. I didn't honestly know. Like, I only knew like one player in the A's last year, and that was that Maxwell guy who kneeled during the anthem. I don't really know much about them. I'm not even sure how well they did last year, but since I don't know much about them, I put them at the 4th seed. And then the 5th seed, I got the Texas Rangers. Again, I don't really know much about them. Now let's move on to the National League. I got the National League East. I got the Nationals as the 1 seed. Even though they lost Bryce Harper, I don't know why he left. You know, if he stayed with the Nationals, they actually had a chance to win the World Series. They're so good in depth. They got good pitchers. They got good hitters. They got good fielders. And I could honestly see them being in the World Series next year, even without the addition of Bryce Harper. But that puts the Phillies at #2 with Bryce Harper. And I don't even know. I think they got like a couple more good players. And they still have a lot of cap room. So the Phillies are going to be #2. Bryce Harper's going to have a great year. He's going to get his $350 million or whatever it is worth it. So he's going to have a good year. The Braves, I don't really know. This is kind of a hit or miss team. I'm pretty sure they actually won the East last year, But I think, like, you know, Freddie Freeman's going to have an off year. I think Nick Markakis is on their team. He's going to have a bad year. Julio Teheran, I think, is a pitcher. They're all going to probably have kind of off years, but they're still going to do good enough to get the 3 seed in the NL East. 4 seed, the Miami Marlins, guys. They don't have Stanton anymore. They really didn't have a great year last year. They're going to not... Same with the Mets. They're not going to have a good year at all. I don't even know... Like, I probably should look at the players before this, but I honestly feel that they're just gonna have awful years because I don't even know anyone on their teams. Then we got the NL Central. We got the Cardinals at the 1 seed. You know, they still got a lot of good pitchers and a lot of good hitters. That's really gonna help them out win games. And then we got the Cubs at the 2 seed. The Cubs still are a good team. You know, they still got Rizzo. They still got Bryant. They have a lot of depth, and they're gonna be good. I honestly think for about 5 more years. And I think that's how long they're going to be good. So they're still going to be good and on top of the NL Central. And even maybe possibly win another World Series. The Milwaukee Brewers, guys, I have as my 3 seed. I think they have Moustakas now. They have a couple good players. They're not that great. Scope left to go to the Twins, you know. They had a decent year last year. I think they actually had a pretty good year. But I feel like this year... I think they lost enough players to not have a good year. The Reds, the 4 seed. Guys, the Reds... I used to hate the Reds. You know, it used to be my least favorite team. I think Votto's still playing. He's an amazing contact hitter. I don't know much about them again, but I feel like last year they had another bad year. So they're just going to have a bad year this year. I'm really judging it off if I know them if they're going to have a good year. And then the Pirates are going to be the 5th seed. They're just going to have an awful year again. NL West, Dodgers number 1 seed. The Dodgers, dude, are so good. I can't tell you the last time I've seen, like, the Dodgers, you know, they had, like, their World Series back in the day. Then they, like, were not that good. Then they were decent. Now they're really good. I mean, you got Dozier, you got Bellinger, you got Kershaw, you got Hill. You got all these guys that can help you win a World Series. I think they've been to the World Series the last 2 years. They've lost them both, but this year, it could be their year. The Rockies, the 2 seed, as I'm getting a text message. But anyways, guys, the Rockies, the 2 seed. The Rockies, once again, you know, they got Arenado. They got a couple new players as well. I think their depth is really going to help them. They're going to have a rough, you know, start, but they're going to gradually get better towards the All-Star break, and then they're just going to have a great second half of the year and become the 2 seed in the NL West. And then the Padres, the 3 seed. The Padres, guys, and again, another one of my favorite teams. The Padres overall, just a good team. And yeah, they're going to be the 3 seed. They also got Machado, so that's going to help. And then the Diamondbacks, they lost a couple players. I think they just signed Adam Jones yesterday. So Adam Jones is going to help them out a lot. And then the Giants, the 5 seed. Again, the Giants, I don't even know much about them, but they're not even that good. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you like this video, comment down below, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, we're going to have everyone, so sign up in this video.